Hello, I'm Colum Coleman, and welcome to Historical Humans Reads, where we take primary sources and bring them to your screen. Today, we are reading of the Slaying of King Volsung from the Saga of the Volsungs, or Volsunga Saga. It is a poetic edda written in Icelandic during the 13th century by an unknown author. Much of the text is based on older works from several centuries prior. The translation we are using was conducted by the Walter Scott Press of London in 1888. With that, let's begin. Now tells the tale of King Volsung and his sons that they go at the time appointed to Gothland at the bidding of King Siggeir, and put off from the land in 3 ships, all well manned, and have a fair voyage, and made Gothland late of an evening tide. But that same night came Signy, and called her father and brothers to a privy talk, and told them what she deemed King Siggeir was minded to do, and how he had drawn together an army no man may meet. And, says she, he is minded to do guilefully by you. Wherefore I bid you to get ye back again to your own land, and gather together the mightiest power ye may, and then come back hither and avenge ye. Neither go ye now or to your undoing, for ye shall surely fail, not to fall by his wiles if ye turn not on him, even as I bid you. Then spake Volsung the king, all people and nations shall tell of the word I spake, yet being unborn, wherein I vowed a vow, that I would flee in fear neither from fire nor sword. Even so I have done hitherto, and shall I depart therefrom now I am old? Ye withal never shall maidens mock these sons of mine at the games, and cry out at them that they fear death. Once alone must all men need die, and from that season shall none escape. So my rede is that we flee no whither, but do the work of our hands in as manly wise as we may. 100 fights have I fought, and wells I had more, and wells I had less, and yet ever had I the victory. Nor shalt ever be heard tell of me that I fled away or prayed for peace. Then Signy wept right sore, and prayed that she might not go back to King Siggeir, but King Volsung answered, Thou shalt surely go back to thine husband and abide with him, howsoever it fares with us. So Signy went home, and they abode there that night. But in the morning, as soon as it was day, Volsung bade his men arise and go aland, and make them ready for battle. So they went aland, all of them well armed, and had not long to wait before Siggeir fell on them with all his army, and the fiercest fight there was betwixt them. And Siggeir cried on his men to the onset all he might. And so the tale tells that King Volsung and his sons went 8 times right through Siggeir's folk that day, smiting and hewing on either hand. But when they would do so even once again, King Volsung fell amidst his folk, and all his men withal, saving his 10 sons, for mightier was the power against them than they might withstand. But now are all his sons taken and laid in bonds and led away. And Signy was wherewithal that her father was slain, and her brothers taken and doomed to death, that she called King Siggeir apart to talk with her, and said, This I will pray of thee, that thou let not slay my brothers hastily, but let them be set a while in the stocks. For home to me comes that Saul that says, Sweet to the eye well seen, but longer life I pray not for them, because I wot well that my prayer will not avail me. Then answered Siggeir, Surely thou art mad in witness, playing thus for more bail for thy brothers than their present slaying. Yet this I will grant thee. For the better it likes me, the more they must bear, and the longer their pain is, or ever death to come to them. Now he let it be done, even as she prayed, and a mighty beam was brought and set on the feet of those 10 brethren in a certain place of the wild wood. And there they sit day long until night. But at midnight, as they sat in the stocks, there came on them a she-wolf from out the wood. Old she was, and both great and of evil aspect. And the first thing she did was bite one of the brethren till he died, and then she ate him up withal and went on her way. But the next morning Signy sent a men to the brethren, even one whom she most trusted, to wot of the tidings. And when he came back, he told her that one of them was dead, and great and grievous she deemed it, if they should all fare the likewise. And yet naught might she avail them. Soon is the tale told thereof. 9 nights together came the she-wolf at midnight, and each night slew and ate up one of the brethren, until all were dead, save Sigmund only. So now, before the 10th night came, Signy sent that trusted man to Sigmund, her brother, and gave honey into his hand, bidding him to do it over Sigmund's face, and let it set a little deal on its mouth. So he went to Sigmund and did as he was bidden, and then came home again. And so the next night came the she-wolf according to her wont, and would slay him and eat him even as his brothers. But now she sniffs the breeze from him, whereas he was anointed with the honey, and licks his face all over with her tongue. Then thrusts her tongue into the mouth of him. No fear had he thereof, but caught the she-wolf's tongue betwixt his teeth, and so hard she stared back thereat, and pulled herself away so mightily, setting her feet against the stalks, that all was riven asunder. But he ever held so fast to that tongue came away by its roots, and thereof she had her bane. But some men say that the same she-wolf was the mother of King Siggeir, who had turned herself into this likeness by troll's lore and witchcraft. That has been the Slaying of the King Volsung from the Saga of the Volsungs. If you enjoyed this video and would like to hear more excerpts from original texts, please follow or subscribe to us on your platform of choice. If there is a work you would like to hear, be sure to like the video and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.